afternoon to all our guests who have joined us here today. It's an honor for me to preside over the opening of Abolition Row Park. The New Bedford Historical Society and the City of New Bedford are proud of our work together to change, as many of you know, a blighted lot into a testament of the city's amazing abolition history, while also creating a new historic district just 2 weeks ago for the residents of the city. Abolition Row celebrates the legacy of the 19th century black and white New Bedford residents who stood up against the wrongs of enslavement at a time when being an anti-slavery activist was considered crazy and odd. The Underground Railroad was perhaps the most dramatic protest against enslavement in U.S. history, and was truly the first integrated human rights movement in the country. It is a story of individual and group sacrifice that can be told through the lives of many of the abolitionists that live right here. Their support and that of so many others over the years has led us to this moment in our new park.
But I love New Bedford so deeply because of the experiences and the people that I get to meet whenever I come here. Frederick Douglass came here in 1838 to find freedom. He and his wife went into that house and they changed the history of this world. And people come here today to find freedom. They come to Massachusetts because of Frederick Douglass, but also because of a community like this who has embraced these opportunities. I'm proud to say that this year we have dramatically increased the number of events that are happening in Massachusetts to read and talk about and learn from that speech. In 2019 we funded 15 events. This year 41 communities are taking the opportunity to read out loud together the words of Frederick Douglass, to stand shoulder to shoulder like you all are today. As we face without an earnest embrace of all the complications and heroic and tragic things that have happened here, and we stand in that tradition and we follow in those footsteps. That's why this is such an important day. It's a commitment to the past, but it's also to do as Douglass instructed us to do, make it useful for the present and the future. It has been an honor to know Lee Blake. She has held the bar for all of us, set the example for all of us for what it means to really do the work, to have a dream, to make it manifest, to honor that history, to bring all of us together in that work. I believe the challenge is for all of us to stay together in that work as we leave here today. That is to honor Lee Blake, and that is to honor Frederick Douglass. Thank you for having me and doing this work.
I'd like to take something out of what Lee said and the gentleman from the Endowment for the Humanities said and elaborate a bit. And that is that it is wonderful that people know Douglass's speech about power does not concede without a demand. It's wonderful that they know his 4th of July speech. But just as the statue is an exquisite depiction of Douglass as he was when he came here at the age of 20, not as a white-maned old man. I wish I had that mane. Several years later in Lynn, Massachusetts, after several years in New Bedford, he wrote one of the greatest works in American literature. And that is the narrative of Frederick Douglass, an American slave, and it ends triumphantly and joyfully with his freedom in New Bedford, having escaped from slavery in Maryland. It should be required reading for every public high school student in this city.
But I do want to stand here before you and just share my enthusiasm. My take on it will be a decidedly city-based, from a city-based perspective. There's a lot really to love about the place and what it means and where it is. And I just want to start by saying, first off, Lee Blake the New Bedford Historical Society, everybody associated with it, thank you for your leadership on this over so many years. If we are to celebrate those big things, there has to be a design of a public space that celebrates them, that is of high quality, high caliber, a really high standard. And we've strived as a city to do that over the last decade. And you've seen what we've done in the built environment. This is really, to my mind, a continuation of those efforts. The park designers, Heather Highmark and Barbara Connolly, where are they? Thank you, guys. Stand up, stand up. We're a city that celebrates great design. You guys did something fabulous here and lasting, and I hope you are as proud of it as we are. Where is Robert Blake, the sculptor himself?
Right in front of me. Right in front of Chris.
Look at that. Thank you. And great things like this happen because some folks have a great idea and they drive it and they drive it and they drive it. They're committed to it. They bring people in and they make it happen. And it doesn't happen. These things don't happen easily. We get to stand here and celebrate at its opening, but there was a whole lot of effort for years to get to this point. And again, this isn't initiated out of City Hall. It isn't initiated from elected officials. It's initiated privately through folks who care about something and really want to contribute to the place they live. And that, again, it just bears emphasizing that what you guys have done, Lee, and bringing us all together is hugely valuable, not only to your organization, but to this city.
Hi, my name is Karen Blake Robinson. I am a descendant, as you can see, of Amelia and William Piper, great-great-grandparents. I am a cousin of Lee Blake. I represent a lot of Blake family who are actually here, and Piper family descendants. So this is an amazing accomplishment. I'm so grateful for Lee and the New Bedford Historical Society for helping to make this come to fruition, and the City of New Bedford for helping to make it happen. And I just really hope that everybody will come here and see this park, enjoy this park, relish the abolition history here in New Bedford, and recognize that this is one of the first places that Frederick Douglass ever lived, and we're very proud of that history.
Hi, I'm Valerie.
I'm Sandra Payne Turner.
Yep. And I'm the daughter of Sandra Payne Turner. We're part of the Piper family. Lovely day here today. I thought it was very good, very interesting, and we actually learned a little bit of history.
That's right. And the unveiling was wonderful.